Hey, what's up, chat? Today we fix our Adventure 5M Pro. I haven't been using it for a couple days because I'm not gonna lie, I've been a little lazy trying to relax until school starts again. But there was some TPU stuck in this Adventure 5M Pro. I did follow a YouTube video which was helpful in indicating where the problem was, but didn't give me a step-by-step process on how to fix it. So
we just guessed.
Yeah, we took it apart like a puzzle.
And Ivy was here for emotional support.
Yes, she was. Now that we have everything fixed, I'm gonna go ahead and leave a link in the description below of the video that I followed. So just to reference that. But you could also give me a like, comment, and subscribe. I'm here every other week. Anyways, now that we have it loaded, we're just gonna go ahead and do a little PLA load. This is PLA, right? We're using PLA. Boom, we're gonna load it. And here's the ultimate test right here.
It's preheating, so we'll be back.
It's preheating, yep.
And there's still more red in there?
I guess so.
She's working, chat.
Yes. So that red, we're definitely going to have to take this little thing and feed it through. But awesome. Amen. High five, babe. Fix that shit. Alright, so this is how it goes. This last chip or insert right here. This one right here. That's what you unplug for the fan. The fan goes into that plug right there. We've unplugged 2 screws out of this board. So right now I'm taking this apart so we could try and get the filament out. There's those screws over there. This screw goes, oops, to the side right here. And then we took out another 2 screws from the top here and loosened this up, which we probably didn't need to loosen that top off too much. Anyways. Oh yeah, this back piece, that gets plugged into this little chip right here. Into this right here. So that's how we're gonna plug that back in when it's all said and done. Our next step is to go in and unscrew these screws right here. And I think there's a 3rd screw somewhere around here. I think it's right here on the side. Yep, that screw right there on the side to take this out. All right, now that we got those 3 screws out, this piece is just supposed to come out. So I think we have to take these wires out, because these are gonna hoop. Yeah, just like that. So these are gonna hoop around. You're gonna take this, pull this up, just like that. And it looks like, so when you put this back in, these red wires are gonna go up. They're gonna tuck around these back hooks right here. And they're gonna plug into this second piece right here. Right next to, so this white one. That way we don't get that confused. So let's go ahead and unplug this. Luckily it's, again, all plug and play. So if we need to ever replace these, they could be removed. So we're just gonna go ahead and set that back up on top. And then here's the roll. So this comes apart. You should just be able to snap these off. There's these little pieces, so they should just come apart if you wedge your nail through. And then you'll see deep in there, there's TPU stuck. So we should be able to get these gears out or try and get this filament out of here. Use the tweezers here. Just rotate it back. You know, it looks like the gears go around that way and push it out. So we're just gonna just out like that.
Dang.
Look at that, boom.
Dang, there's hella in there.
And now it should be,
Now he said to put after.
oh, look at that. This comes out like this. Oh, but you wanna make sure the spring stays right here. So you can take the gears out. Just make sure when you put it back in, that stays like that. And this goes in here like this. Just like that. So after that, you want to take this gear and push it back on just like that.
Snaps.
Yep, it should snap back in. Let's see, like this. We're gonna put this back in, like so. So we want these wires really tucked to the side. So we're gonna have this like this. Again, this red wire, before you fit it in, I think it's best to pull it up and then pull it around as you get it in there. It just makes it easier when you're plugging it back in. And then again, this one goes into this little white piece right here. Push that in. We'll put those 3 screws back in. I'm using a 0.2 hex driver to put all these screws back in. And then we're going to put these 3 screws right back in, just how we started. Goes 1. All right, so I'm just putting them all in, and then I'll tighten them at the end. So we'll have that like that. That one goes here. And you don't want to tighten them too much. After that, we're going to go ahead and put this, after you screw in those 3 screws, we're going to put the board back on, and those screws are going to go right here where these holes are at, these little white circles. And just put them in. Get your hex driver and just screw that in. Now that we have that done, we could go in and plug this in. So this is gonna go here. Again, this plug is just gonna fit tight right here in the back. So you're gonna go ahead and plug that right in here. Just like that. That should be good enough. You'll hear it snapping, so that should be fine. And then after that, then we put this right back on here. And it should just click in. You'll have to squeeze these. I didn't pay attention to that. But squeeze these and you push them in. And it should snap in like that. Just like that. Yep, we're gonna take this. This has a different hex. So instead of using the 2.0 hex, we're going to be using the 2.5 hex screwdriver. Make sure you match that up. Screw that in like so. Boom. That's good. Next, we're going to take our fan. Boom, just like that. And you also want to make sure that there's no daisy hairs or any kind of hairs in here. So after you plug that in, this should just off it to the side, like so. These last few screws up here. There's gonna be one right here on the side. Gonna be another one over here on this side right here. The last screw. And we're just gonna go ahead and screw that in. Not too much. Right about there. All right. Now that we have all of that plugged in, this should all be good to go.
Yes, child. And
God
that
willing.
is how you fix your Adventure 5M Pro. We'll show you how much TPU was stuck in there.
Let's see. For the ultimate test.
And all that TPU.
By the way, this is the TPU that was stuck in there. Y'all. So we're gonna use some regular PLA just to test it out, make sure everything is all set in stone. Just wipe everything off, make sure there's no dust. And then let's go ahead and load it. All right, chat. After we fixed everything, we went ahead and printed something. It took 36 minutes just to prove to you that everything is fixed and A-okay. We printed this little tiny cube. Well, it's not that little tiny because it's maybe about half the size of my hand. But anyways, all that, honey. So just showing you, all the filament is removed. Look, we could peel this off. That just lined it. Before I printed this, I went ahead and leveled everything out. So yeah. Anyways, here's the product right here. Boom, just snaps off. All right, and look at that. Cute. It looks smoother than ever.
Yeah.
So if you guys ever run into that problem, just come back to this video and take it apart. All right, chat. Deuces.